You've got your crystals, you've got your army diet, you've got your silent meditation retreat, please be quiet. You've got your oil pulling, bullet journal, juicing cacao. Come sit and talk about it, nothing is a sacred cow. Tell us all about the whoa that you do.
Hey everyone, welcome to That Woo You Do. I'm Mary Lynn Rajskub, and this is Jeffrey J. We're both stand-up comedians. We do the road together, and by the road, I mean comedy.
Yeah.
In clubs, and sometimes on the side of the road.
Yeah.
This podcast is an exploration of that woo that you do, meaning us and you, the viewer. We want to know what woo-woo things you have in your life, magical thinking, habits, new agey type stuff, or just any old habit that makes you feel better and like the world is a more magical place.
Yeah. Send it to us at thatwooyoudo@gmail.com, and we might even read it, and we might like it, kind of. Or we might ridicule it to death.
Why did I become more like up and presentational? And then you went into like an NPR and you weren't making eye contact. Go on. I want to see this guy more. Oh, that was going with my vibe?
I was trying.
Oh, I thought I was too bright and shiny, but maybe that's just normal. And that informs me what I'm like in my everyday life.
Welcome to
I need to be more...
We're here.
Like just smiling and like, hey guys, like that's how normal people act.
Yeah.
Okay.
This is a podcast where we're here to listen. We're just silent for 30 minutes.
We're going to go into a vow of silence. We hope you enjoy it and we hope you connect. Mm-hmm. Just kidding. We're going to talk about a topic and then veer off that topic and maybe make it back to that topic.
Yes.
But this really was started because of our love of, we would go on the road together. And we found out we liked similar things.
Yeah.
Which is, maybe finding a dirty feather on the ground. And praying on it, like, oh, I pray that the sunshine would come out. And then sometimes it would, sometimes it wouldn't. And we'd be like, that's the universe giving me a message.
People think that traveling for comedy, people will go like, how crazy is it going on the road? As a comedian, you're out all night and you're drinking. And us, when we go on the road, it's like 9:00 and we're like, are we, is this show done yet? Because we're doing a 7 a.m. walk.
I love the audience because you want people to be loose in the audience. You like it when people get a little bit, not a lot crazy. We all know we're going too far. I don't even know what comedy is anymore. So it was side note. It's like people think that they are supposed to yell and talk back now. And certainly stand up is not. It's becoming another art form, like the actual short jokes of setup punch. Yeah. I mean, people still have those, but the trend is just now people just talk and know how to get attention on themselves, and that's comedy. Anyway, back to the original point, which is, sometimes at shows people will, and it's a compliment, they want to like buy you a drink or afterwards when they're all like sloppy, and we're like, okay, like we're both like, yeah, but secretly we're like, like, yeah, let's get crazy. I'll see you at the karaoke bar. Like that one guy, he was kind of hot and he was young.
Yeah.
So I didn't want to shut it down, but it really pushed me to my limit because, I think I'm into that. But it's not just any young hot guy. You got to be like, you have to trick me pretty good.
Both of our idea of young, too, is 29. It's like,
oh, no, my idea of young, by the way, don't forget to remind me could be your parent. Like someone reel me in here because I don't think
it would have been an illegal pregnancy, I believe.
Thank you, dear.
You could in another time or in a messed up situation. I guess pretty much anybody could.
Yeah, let's not go down that line of conversation. That's going to get real sad real quick. Point being, could I date a 29-year-old? That would be, I think I would just get really annoyed with them.
Yeah.
I think the youngest was the Elvis impersonator.
Oh, yeah. I don't know why when you go, the youngest was 32. Like,
I think he was like, he lied and said he was 40, and I was like, dude, you're like 36.
Yeah, I love that.
That's really young for me.
Yeah, I like older too. Like my favorite
I would like to
dudes
go
are
out
older.
with an older guy.
Yeah,
You
they're the
have?
best. Yes, they're my absolute favorite. A 10-year
Was
age
that your
gap.
long
Yeah.
relationship?
Mhm.
He was 10 years older.
Yeah, 11 years older.
I am 10 years older than my ex, my husband. We were married for 10 years.
Ooh, yeah.
It could have worked. Let's not get into that. Either,
Yeah.
but I don't think it was necessarily the age that was a problem.
Yes, and it's a personality thing and everything. And not to get into age gaps. I just tend to because I have done a million things that I couldn't be with someone in their early 20s because I'd be like, you just got out of college and I've had 4,000
You're like, you have not been a
jobs.
chocolatier.
Yeah.
You have not helped babies with their motor skills.
You have not sold
You have
roofs
not
door
been
to
dosed
door.
on testosterone. You've done what door to door?
Sold roofs door to door. All those things.
I hate you so much. Sold roofs door to door. I don't even know what you're saying. Is that like aluminum siding?
No,
But it's
it was
roofs?
roofing. We were Stormchasers.
But
I was 21 and I made $100,000 in 6 months.
you were a storm chaser.
Yeah, it's called storm chasing. You sell roofs door to door. It's after like a hurricane or a hailstorm.
Oh,
You
okay,
go in and you
got
knock
it.
doors. And because now look at how I look now, and I'm 30 something, in my mid to late 30s. Now imagine me at 21 years old, how young I
Adorable.
looked. Everybody
Trustworthy.
opened the door for me because they thought I was like the neighbor's kid returning the sugar or
Did
something.
they offer you food and a bathroom?
Oh my
and
God.
a jacket.
They took me to church. And so then I would be like, Ethel would bring me into her church ladies, be like, you got to have Jeffrey do your roof. Before you know it, I had made like $100,000 in sales. I was the top salesman, this 21-year-old kid. Hey guys, with all these construction workers in Dallas, Texas. Anyways.
Have you ever been a stockbroker? That would be a good job for you.
I did trade stocks for a little bit, but that was
you did.
online.
On your
we were
own?
doing penny stocks. This is part
Like
of
the Wolf of Wall Street?
Yes, but online there was like a way you could do it, like kind of legally or something. At the same time, I was playing
Kind
poker.
of legally is the best.
Yeah, I was doing online poker and making money doing that for a little bit. Anyways,
Yeah,
there's-
I should probably date younger because I haven't had as much experience as you've had.
and sometimes it's exciting because they're not like, oh, I'm worried about my IRA and my 4 houses. They're like, let's go.
Kind of
camping.
want somebody who's worried about their IRA and their 4 houses. Although that is a little bit boring. And then I would have to go along with their life. Like I need somebody who
Yeah.
can go along with my life. But I also
Yeah.
need somebody that can make decisions and take care of me like I'm a little tiny bird. You know, like they have to wrap me up and I'll be like, shut the fuck up. I'm the boss. And they have to be like, shh, 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 shh. And I'm like, I do everything. And they're like, shh, 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 shh. No, no, no.
Who's my little queen?
Who's my
Who's
little
my
queen?
little
Let me take you to
queen?
Aspen. Okay. I need that person.
Yeah, they come back from business trips where like both of you were gone, then you come back together and you're like, we're back in our routine for a bit, and that's lovely. And then you both go and make a bunch of
never
money.
gonna happen.
Don't you do that?
And that's a weird fantasy, though. Just the way you said it really painted a picture. I mean, it sounds good, but in reality, we go away, we come back.
That's what our life is right now. So,
You're right. I'm not going to stop going away. All right. This is getting a little too
real.
therapy session.
Well, I have something completely off topic and on topic.
What is our topic?
We got
Did
an
we even
email.
say it?
I'll tell you. It's food, girl. Our topic is food. I'll tell you why. We got an email to our email.
How is food that will you do? Food that's spiritual food?
Well, I'll tell you.
I've
this.
heard about that. I've heard about people being in a grocery store and being vibrationally drawn to stuff.
I did that. I did strength testing. Oh, we'll talk about that. Okay, well, let's just talk about that now.
In an office?
So strength testing, there's
Would
two
they put
different
the
ways.
pills, the bottles
Yes,
of pills?
there's-
I think I've done that.
There's 2 different ways to do it. You can do it with your arm and they like
Yeah.
push your arm
I
down.
did that one.
Or you can do it by putting your fingers like this and
Yeah,
having
both
someone
of them.
take 2 fingers and pull it apart. You put the food in one hand and then do your other one like this, and you'll figure out the stuff
To see if you're an energetic match to that food.
Yeah. That's how I found out I shouldn't eat peanuts. That's how I stopped eating peanuts. And now I feel better.
Is that true? But you eat
1,000%.
other nuts.
I do.
Cashews are great, but peanuts are not.
Peanuts make me feel bad.
So it's an allergy?
I don't think well, maybe. I don't know what I am, but the strength test doesn't lie. And when I've had the peanuts in my hand and someone pulled my fingers apart, they pulled apart super fast. And if you put something else in my hand that is good for me, like an almond, my fingers are rock solid. It's very cool. Well, we should do it sometime and record it. Because
Yeah, I would like to do that because I'm trying to remember. I did it, but I don't remember what for, and I don't remember it having much meaning.
We have
for
nuts in the other room if you guys want to do it right
You've
now.
got
Roast
nuts in the other room. Yeah,
Should we
and
do
I think
it?
We should definitely at some point grab nuts. Because if you do it with almonds,
So if you hold an almond, okay, we're gonna do this.
Yeah, well, how does this work?
So you hold it in your hand, say you have like this phone, and you put this one like this, and you would take your two fingers and pull it apart. Then I try really, really hard to keep, I'm gonna let the door creak. I try really, really hard to keep my fingers together. And it's so frustrating when it fails because you think you're strong and you want to be really strong and not let it come apart. And it's fascinating when you become weak. Now I'm doing it to myself.
But do you pull your own fingers through, or somebody else is
Somebody
pulling
else
their
does.
fingers through?
You need the same person to pull your fingers apart.
I see.
All right, I'm not gonna show you which nuts you're getting.
Oh my God, please. Yes.
This is gonna be you're not gonna know which.
This is making me
which.
so happy. I want to 1,000% do this.
Okay, so this is nut number 1.
Yeah, and I'm not going to close my hands or anything. That way I can't tell.
Hey, you hold on to these nuts here. Fondle these nuts. Okay, then I try to break these.
Yes. We
Okay.
got to put one in my hand.
Okay.
Okay, are those the same nuts?
Yeah, they're 2 of the same nuts.
Okay. You gotta take. Oh, that was really easy.
Broke it. I just was at a weird angle, but it broke pretty easy once I got at the right angle.
It did
Okay, now-
break pretty easy.
Okay.
So now,
give me a
switch out the
Give me
nuts.
the nuts.
Jeffrey,
Okay.
keep your eyes closed.
Oh my
Keep
God.
your eyes closed.
Oh no, I'm scared of whatever those were. Oh, I'm gonna be so sad if those were almonds. I love almonds so much.
Yeah,
Ooh,
should we sanitize the hand in between?
No, you don't even need to. What's crazy about it?
That's what's crazy about it. He said that with such authority. No sanitizing needing. Isn't it crazy?
Wait.
All right, ready? Here goes the second one. The first
Isn't
nut.
that the only crazy thing about this whole process?
Yeah, exactly.
My eyes are so closed. I don't know if I knocked this thing too
You're
hard.
fine. You're fine.
Okay, ready?
Okay. Okay. If these are the peanuts, I'm gonna be so.
Yeah, those
mad.
are the peanuts.
No.
All it means is that you were ready for the test more the second time and you held it.
It might have been.
The first one was
Give me
the
those peanuts. I'm
cashews.
gonna eat those peanuts.
The cashews were there was no almonds. The first one was cashews, and the cashews you eat all the time, and it broke right away.
You know what I love cashews.
Oh shoot! Now I'm dumping them all over the room.
Also, I've been depriving myself of peanuts for years.
Hey! Look who's back! Hey, peanuts! Look who's back!
Back in my life, bro.
Well, you know, I've been on that fitness plan, the one you're about to start, where
School of
there's.
thought.
I think yours is going to be different because you don't eat a lot of meat, if any. So you're going to need nuts. But her basic thing.
Actually, I don't feel great.
Well, guess what? Those were actually cashews that we shaved down to look like peanuts.
They were cashews in the shape of peanuts. Gotcha again.
Yeah.
Do you really not feel good?
Yeah, immediately.
Was your
it was
throat
like-
closing up?
No, I don't get anaphylactics. I don't think, but I definitely immediately felt like different.
Different than what?
I don't know.
It's so that woo you do. It's total spotlight on. You're like, Ooh, like the second. Now let's do it with
What if I started
like a
immediately?
piece of carpet. Eat it.
Yeah, give me a rock.
Let me see if I can digest this. It's just
Oh,
the
my
experiment
stomach
goes somewhere
hurts.
else
Holy
entirely.
crap. That's so funny. If I started breaking out in a rash like right now.
So you didn't physically have any problems with peanuts before. It was just the energy guy.
No, it's not that. It's that I didn't feel great afterwards. Like I didn't. You know how like sometimes you'll eat something like, especially like for fried food, for instance, you immediately feel like crap.
Yes.
That's how I was feeling every time I ate peanuts. So I switched to cashews and everything else, and I felt great. And then, but I also convinced myself that it was because of the strength test. Whatever. I'm gonna eat peanuts this week and we'll see what happens.
We just debunked the strength test.
I don't think we did. But maybe we did.
I really think it was because the first time
I was not ready.
you were not ready.
I don't know. Do it again. Oh no. I love cashews.
Cashews are so good.
Maybe
But
just-
so on the fitness thing, there's no nuts at all because they're high fat content. And so her thing is like you load up on protein, a little bit of carb, a little bit of fat. And if you eat nuts, your fat goes through the roof.
And I live off of nuts.
I used to. And I used to love peanuts. And guess who's back? Guess who bought some peanuts because I'm off my fitness program. And also I was telling you, I won the contest for working out the most
Wow.
during the 8 weeks.
That's amazing.
But my belly's bigger because I think I cheated on my diet.
I'm really nervous about this. This is the first one of you. It's called Thought, School of Thought, and mine is Thought Daddy,
Yeah.
which is the first one for men. And I'm so excited, but also I'm really scared because I'm like, every time I saw you dealing with your food stuff, I'm really nervous.
To me, the food is the hardest part. But you have already done that type of stuff with your food. You have that app where you measure it.
Yeah, but I don't measure it. And also I've never worried about my protein.
Right. It's
which is
really
why
hard
I
to get a
look
lot of
like
protein.
this, I think.
You do just have to add in, if you add in 2 scoops of that, something that has that protein powder, you'll hit your
fine.
protein mark. Yeah.
Cool.
Even though sometimes she'll want you to eat meat, which I don't know what you're going to substitute. And then it would be like 5 or 6 ounces of like turkey or chicken, which is like, and it's kind of plain because you can't use any oil. You can use like a little bit of sauce, but the sauce is like
literally live off
have
of-
no sugar, no salt, no oil.
Yeah, this is why I'm scared, because I live off of oils, fats, nuts, and avocados. That's what creates this
But
body.
she might give you a different,
If anybody's wondering.
uh,
Yeah, I'm excited to see.
because you're not trying to lose weight. So you
I'm just
don't,
trying to
maybe you
get the
don't, your fat
muscles.
count can be higher on your
Yeah.
macros.
I've always been soft because I'm curious if I will get abs.
You already have abs. You have dysmorphia.
That's what being transgender is.
Heyo, heyo, to the highest degree. You're like, yeah, no shit.
Yeah, I just want my boobs to move down into the ab region.
Some juicy abs.
Yeah. Ooh, my 4th abs have a nipple. So I have a confession to make about my food stuff, and one of the things that's woo woo. This
Okay.
is the most embarrassing thing.
I can't wait.
Something I've never said before out loud. And I was doing it the other day, and I thought, well, I have to tell Mary Lynn this, and
Yes.
I need to do this on the podcast.
Wait, are you saying woo woo? Or I mean, I know you're going to explain it, but like in the sense that it's healing you, or
Yes.
it's connecting with God, or
Yes.
what? Okay.
You can say a bunch more things, and I will say yes to it.
Because I think even just that is a weird way to look at eating.
We'll see.
To even introduce food as a woo woo thing is sort of like, what does that even mean from the get go? Let's
Not
go.
This one. I'm just going to go ahead and say the action instead of building it up. If I am alone in my room and I make a meal by myself, one of my favorite things to do, I have this big bowl that's like this big, and it's a bowl plate, and I love eating like large salads and things out of it and
What
stir
color
fry.
is it?
Purple, and it's stone, and it's awesome.
Oh
I like
my God.
sitting on the floor cross-legged and eating with my hands. Like, take your hands and you eat with your hands. And because I read, I know you're soaking it in. It is like, there's no way you could do this with another person. You couldn't even like have a partner that have been with 12 years and be like, this is how I'm eating. It's gross, I guess, or whatever. But I read this thing that was saying that we miss, because of forks, the sensation of touching our food, which is like the final sense. It tells us that our food is hot. It also warns our stomach that food is coming and kind of what it is, and that you even have like enzymes in your fingers that are supposed to make eating with your hands good for you. So if I am in the mood, I'm like feeling a little woo-woo that day, I will sit on my floor cross-legged and I will eat, even like stir fry, like a rice dish with my hands and just eat it. It prevents type 2 diabetes. That's what this article says.
I kind of am equally love and hate this.
Oh, that's exactly how I feel.
Because, you know, forks are really the patriarchy. If you think about it. Forks are like, what am I, royalty? Hey, I'm working class.
What am I, the queen?
Everybody should be like comedy clubs. Like, I want all the silverware off the tables.
Yeah.
All of you peasants
show up,
eat
everybody
with hands.
eat with their hands. And
We eat with,
yeah.
just to set up a hierarchy. Who's the
I
boss?
was doing it the other day, and it was like rice and avocado, and I looked like a toddler. I looked like I was 1.5, just going with one, like sitting on the ground. But you stop eating sooner because like you are taking your
it's
time.
annoying. You're taking your time. Because it's weird. You're not just shoveling it in. You're touching every bite.
You are touching every bite. And again, I wash my hands really good beforehand because I'm like, I'm going to do this thing. I set up a bunch of napkins.
I don't know what's wrong with me.
Oh my God.
So, how long have you been doing this?
Since whenever I read this article on why there is a chakra connection.
Here we go.
The practice of eating with one's hands, specifically your fingers, has
Ayurvedic, of course. It's Ayurvedic. It's
Yep.
Indian, of course.
Yeah.
Propagates the teaching that our bodies are in sync.
With the 5 elements of nature, each finger is an extension of these.
Mary Lynn, please don't eat nuts on the podcast.
What are you trying to say? I'm sorry, I don't. We're doing. It was okay to eat nuts 5 minutes ago. Now it's not. Can I eat them with my fingers? I'd like to be Ayurvedically connected.
Please use a knife and a fork with those cashews.
The thumb is an extension of space. The forefinger is an extension of air. The middle finger is an extension of fire. The ring finger is an extension of water. The little finger is an extension of the earth. That's stupid.
Middle finger makes
You had me until this little finger. Ooh, that's the earth. Come on. I don't know why the little finger pisses me off so much. The rest of them I'm on board with.
I think they should switch thumb and little
Thumb
finger.
in the earth.
Thumb should be the earth. It's
Thumb
the
in
strong
the earth. Little finger is the air. Yeah.
Yeah.
Or the pointer finger makes me think. Pointer finger is the air. That one makes sense to me.
I can see thumb being space
Fire,
because of the
yeah.
space between. So I can see why thumb might be space because the
You're
extension
the
is
expert.
space.
You're like, this is my fork and my spoon. You guys haven't done this before. I have. So let me tell you.
Yeah.
Air.
I don't even know.
Fire.
I didn't know any of this stuff. All I knew was not only did it like all those things. I have a real big problem with reading only the headline of something and then being like, yeah, I'm gonna do that. But then it felt really good, and I really do stop before I'm full, and it makes me feel better, and I really like it. And I do not do it very often because like I have to be like, oh, I'm gonna get napkins, and also this is weird, and what if anybody comes in at all? Or like, it's a weird thing.
Someone's gonna bust in. Gotcha. Gotcha. Eating with your fingers. I mean, there's a certain amount of eating with your hands that happens in restaurants with an appetizer.
Yes, what makes
The
mine
tapas.
weird is that it is salad and stir fry, mostly. Like
Yeah.
messy things where I'm like,
Or did you ever go to that Ethiopian place on Fairfax?
oh,
I haven't been there in years and years, but it comes with the spongy. It's not even pita. It's like the bread that hasn't risen, that is spongy, that thin,
My favorite.
like a thick crepe, I
Yes.
guess, that takes up the whole thing.
Did you say the actual name?
Injera.
Say it one more time.
Injera?
Injera? How dare you?
I think I must have never known the name of it then.
And then you just rip it off because that food is more saucy, but you have the bread to get into the.
Yeah.
You have to incorporate some
Feels so
spongy
good.
bread
And some
so that you don't-
sauces.
so that you don't feel weird about your food that falls apart. You have
Yeah.
something to scoop it on.
I shouldn't feel weird about it anyways. There are hands, man.
I'm gonna start doing it. I'm
Hands
gonna
are
make
good.
my kid do it. I'm gonna make him eat naked. Wait, that just took a weird turn.
Why does your son still live at home? It's a long story. He doesn't know how to eat when he goes out with his friends.
Sit on the ground.
Anyways,
Yeah.
that's the embarrassing thing I needed to share about my woo-woo
It's really good.
life. I was sitting on the floor, like eating my thing, and I think I like had my hand right up to my mouth like this, and I was like, I gotta tell Mary Lynn about this.
Have you eaten at that place called on Larchmont? Someone's eaten there. The I Am Grateful.
No.
It's been like spoofed in shows and stuff. The I Am. It's called
Gratitude?
yeah. Is that what it's called?
That
Cafe
sounds
Gratitude.
familiar.
The I Am Peaceful. That you can't. That's what their items are called on their menu.
Cafe Gratitude.
You have to
Nailed it.
order. You have to go. Yeah, I'd like a I Am Blissful bowl.
Yeah.
And I have to tell you, I used to go there before I lived a million miles away. When I used to live wherever, who knows.
Doesn't look very healthy.
And I used to drive over there for appointments, and I would reward myself by going to Cafe Gratitude. And I would totally like vibe out on it and be like, oh, I'm buzzing from eating all this clean food.
Yeah.
And then I have done, I'm sure you've done this, like, did you try to do raw for a while?
Oh yeah. I went raw vegan for a while. Well,
I did it. I was working on a TV show and I started to like lose the plot a little bit. Because it was on a sitcom and other scenes would be rehearsing, so you'd wait like in your dressing room. And I remember I was on a couple days. It didn't take that long for me to lose my mind, and I got like real shaky and like real sensitive, and then I started crying like primordial tears.
Whoa.
From the nether worlds, and I was at work, so I was like,
Yeah.
what is happening? Like, I didn't even know what I was so upset about, but it was very real, and it was very like a deep release of tears. And I had only been eating raw like fruits and veggies, and then I just was like, fuck, like I've never been so close to like losing my shit. Like this is not good. I could not.
Long
if they
term.
came and said, come out right now, I'd be like, I can't. So I went, and because it was on a set, they had craft service, and someone had pre-made a bunch of peanut butter and jelly sandwiches, which I normally don't eat. But because I was in such a weird state and I felt like really sensitive and like really like, or like, when you like don't eat and you're kind of like high and you're not.
Yes.
And so like I ate a peanut butter and jelly on white bread and drank white milk and felt like
Sounds amazing.
1,000 times better.
Sounds really good.
And I was like, oh, it's called carbs. And they make you feel great.
Yeah,
so that
they
you
do.
don't lose your shit.
I know that I could only do the raw for so long. Then I also read another headline. That's everyone just assume I never read past the headline that said that if you eat more than 50%, it can be even like 51% raw at a meal, your body won't create an enzyme that it creates whenever you eat cooked food. So you don't even have to be all the way raw. You just have to be like 51% raw.
I like the idea of macrobiotic.
Me too.
Oh, that sounds amazing. I tried to take a macrobiotic cooking class. I'm like the worst. I lasted like one class. I was just like, I don't know how I'm existing. I am not like, I don't know how to listen. I don't know how to take notes. I don't know how to retain information. I was just like, I was about to throw out. I was like, this is boring.
Yeah.
Speed it up, guys. And I just, the way they were giving the information, I was like, this is a mess. I can't remember it. I'm confused.
No.
And I left, and I had paid for the whole class, and
Good for you.
I didn't speak the whole time, and then I left.
I can't be
We
bothered.
did get to try the food. That was the best. I was just like, I just want to make money and then have you guys make me this food.
There we go.
I don't want to have to learn.
I don't have the time to wait for something
because there was
to soak
so
or
much
sprout.
information about the about the growing and the temperatures. I'm like, I
Yeah.
can't. But really interesting. It's so complicated.
It is. And I would rather just buy it and trust that whatever they're saying is correct. And they
Yeah.
just go, this is spirulina in it. And I go, ooh, that's cool and blue looking. I'll drink that. And then I feel good. And then I found out it's all a lie. And then
The spirulina. I haven't heard that. That's a blast from the past.
Oh, spirulina? Spirulina's
Yeah, I
pretty
feel like
interesting.
spirulina is from that was the first health food type of
Yeah.
drink.
Now
I
everybody's
heard
putting
about.
collagen and everything.
Yeah, collagen would probably be the thing that replaced it nowadays.
Well, now I'm going to start putting peanuts and everything.
Hey yo,
Now that we've discovered, I've closed myself off. Spirulina.
tablets. What is it? So, it's algae.
algae.
It's algae.
Tablets are just compressed, so it's like in a pill form.
But I forgot it was algae. Do you believe in spirulina?
Yeah, there's probably some benefits to spirulina.
He's got a good dude.
Yeah.
How do you guys weigh in on eating with the hands?
I think it would be fun. I like Ethiopian food a lot, so like
You can eat it with your baby.
Nobody's mad at eating with the hands. Yeah, and you
I don't buy the chakras for the fingers and stuff because I also looked that up and like 3 different websites associate them 3 different ways.
Of course.
So it's like, okay, well,
Do you believe in chakras in general?
not really.
Ooh.
Ooh, we got some hard nose back there. Interesting. They're
Yeah,
like, we would
chakras.
eat with our hands, but we don't believe
Don't
in
believe in the
chakras.
chakras. I like it. We did a gateway thing with eating with our hands by bringing the cookies today. You ate those with your hands, didn't you?
Welcome to our world.
Everybody did. First the cookie, next soup.
Soup would be difficult.
Can you make a spoon with your fingers?
With your fingers. I think those you just lift the bowl.
This is very like primate.
You feel like a primate when you're doing it, and it actually feels really nice.
Do you sprinkle dirt on the floor?
Usually. Really rub it into the carpet. Thank you for
Well,
letting me share in this safe space.
One of the benefits that they said on the website was that it introduces more bacteria into your gut for gut health when you eat with your hands.
For your immune system and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah. My
Which
immune
maybe.
system.
From your fingers?
All the best food is hand food, like pizza, burritos, tacos, sandwiches.
Here we go.
Chicken.
Everything is delicious.
Let's go. Let's
Yeah. Smart. I just graduated to losing the tortillas. Is what I did. The first time I had a meal where I was like, this isn't supposed to be in your hands. That's when I started to feel like, ooh, what am I doing? This is a salad. Oh.
But for the salad, you would just take one leaf and put more leaves in the.
But I do baby spinach, and that would just be a million tiny little leaf tacos. If I did it that way, I would never finish the salad. You have to kind of scoop it.
What are you putting in that spinach
Ooh,
salad?
walnuts, maybe some raspberry vinaigrette, some sprouts sometimes, depending on my mood. If I'm feeling frisky, a little feta.
I can't wait to see what happens to you on this fitness diet.
Me too. It's just me sending you a picture holding fitness turkey fresh out of the hot pan.
It's hot. My fingers say it's hot. My fingers are telling me. I'm gonna wait.
So good.
Oh, I tried to hard boil eggs today. I fucked it up twice. I did 2 eggs, and then I did it again, and I fucked it up twice.
Listen, I don't want to go into specifics here.
No,
But
I'm sure it's some easy fix. Please don't tell me. I'll punch you. And I've done it well in the past, but what I realized today is like I don't remember, and I have to start from scratch because I'm always like, wait, do I boil it in the? And I did it 2 different ways, and the second time I was like, Mary Lynn, just focus. And I read it, and I was like, okay, nada. I put it in the cold water, let it boil. And when it got done boiling, I let it sit there for 10 minutes. Then I took it out at 10 minutes, and I put it in an ice bath. Right? And then I cracked it, and it was fucked up.
okay, that's
And it was
crazy.
the same as the first time I did it, which was the first time I did it, I let it boil and I let it stay in the pot. And I
And
didn't.
it overcooked.
It was still soft.
Weird.
Both times it was soft.
See, what I was going to say to you is that even though I went to culinary school, every single time I have to boil eggs, I have to Google it. I'll never remember
Okay,
what
good.
the
That makes me
timing
feel
is.
better. I got really
Never.
defensive.
Yeah, no. And I was
Because I
like,
knew someone was going to be like, here's the
oh, you got to
thing.
do it this way. No, it doesn't matter how many times I've done a thing. I will always Google it. Doesn't matter how many times. This podcast studio is only 8 minutes away from me. It's like 4 streets. I GPS it every
I know,
time.
right? We should stop using Google.
It's never going to happen.
I know.
I will say this, when I have to Google something, my favorite, I started saying this a while back. You know, people say fuck around and find out.
Yeah.
That's what I say when I mean Google it. Someone will be like, how do you boil eggs? I was like, I don't know. Let me fuck around and find out.
I fucked around. I found out.
I found out. You boil it for 10 minutes.
Yeah, that's a new slogan.
It's
for...
my favorite.
Yeah, it was mine. Both times was sticking to the shell still. I was shocked and furious. I threw away 4 eggs.
Yeah.
Were they new eggs?
Yes.
That's your problem.
I thought you were supposed to use new
No, you're
eggs.
supposed to use older eggs. They're easier to peel.
Also,
Oh, they were too fresh.
They might have
Yeah.
been too fresh.
the older ones are old enough to give to consent.
Okay, the older ones are ready to die.
Yeah. They're like, you can peel me. I
Go
agree
ahead,
to this.
peel
The
me.
younger ones are like, I wasn't ready.
Soft. It's still so soft.
Oh.
Okay.
Well, this was lovely.
Thank you so much for tuning into our podcast and spending this time together with us as we go down the road of, is your food woo-woo and why?
Yeah.
Won't you let us know? Wasn't there an email?
We did. We'll use it next time.
But
But
it's about food?
yeah, we'll see. If yours is more interesting than theirs, then maybe we'll use yours instead. So send us an email
Whoa,
too. That
we got
way you
a little
do
competition.
at gmail.com. Yeah, we had a bunch before, and I like literally picked the 2 best out of them. So
That woo you do at gmail.com. I'm Mary Lynn Rajskub.
I'm Jeffrey J.
Hey, why don't you like, subscribe, and give us a 5 crystal review? Bye-bye.
We know that life is shit and we can all get so fed up with it. It may be weird, but hey, it works for you. Go on and pour some Kool-Aid for 2 and tell us what's the woo that you do.